Like people think you want to just do like some heavy drugs before you go and DJ.
Yeah.
Sorry. A giant lobster's just walked into the room.
Go.
A lot of people think I'm really cooked all the time.
Is it because of the promo
all
videos?
the time? Yeah.
I feel like
So
that
they're
would be it.
Brother, if you ever want to, me and the boys, you come back to my house.
That's exactly how they would talk too.
It's like, thank you for the kind offer. Like, I've gone to random people's houses before, but you know, I'm not gonna. Like, people think you want to just do like some heavy drugs before you go and DJ. No.
People that aren't DJs probably assume like we're all fucked up.
There's like levels, right? There's like being drunk is one thing, but like being on fucking Mars is another thing.
I don't know, it can make or break.
Yeah, exactly.
It's one or the other.
It's a big risk, and if like your reputation's on the line, like if you fuck up your DJ set.
I think the most iconic one is the David Guetta, whatever.
Oh, where you just
It's just like
fucking
zoned, yeah.
yeah.
That's got to be the product of drugs, right?
I've heard a story about a local Brisbane DJ. I won't say who. He got too drunk, played the same song like 3 times in a row. The music stopped at one point, and in the space of 10 minutes, he'd already shown everyone that he was not capable. So they kicked him off.
So have you guys seen a difference between making music sober versus high or drunk?
Yes, there's much more spontaneity.
More creative when you're
Yeah,
inebriated?
it's much more impulsive
Yeah.
and such.
But
yeah.
then when you listen back to it sober, you're like, oh, this is terrible.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
I hate producing under the influence like heavily because it's just not fun.
You
for
can't
me.
like, you can get the creative, like the first initial like ideas out. But yeah, you can't like be mixing or anything on it. No.
If I'm ever like on a heavy level, I just can't do it.
Oh, if you go too heavy, you can't even start.
And like
You know,
I'll only be working for 30 minutes or something, and then I just get tired.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird with like, I suppose rappers are a good example of like, they like to smoke with like Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
They're all about getting stoned as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it, honestly.
Like, how does your brain work to, not that they're overly complex lyrics or anything.
No.
It's not like they're Kendrick Lamar's or anything, but like, they
Look,
pump out songs.
I'll say
Yeah, they're doing something.
doing lyrics and vocals while you're drinking and stuff is way more fun.
Yeah.
You don't have to think. Looking at a computer screen and stuff, that's thinking.
Yeah,
Whereas like rapping out bars or anything like that,
that's the sort of thing you don't want to think about if you can help it.
yeah.
It's supposed to come naturally and organically.
Exactly. So I can totally understand that culture when it comes to rapping and stuff and just vibing out. But like staring at a computer screen for me,
I find it hard to move the mouse, man.
it's really, really hard, man. Like that being
Yeah.
said, Is It a Banger came about when I was very drunk. Rob and I was very drunk. Need to ask, do you guys ever produce naked?
I haven't.
Or in a towel?
I've not thought about it though.
That's a fucking good idea, though.
Well, see, you live at home still.
Hey, I've got a door on my room.
You would hope so.
I'm a big fan of it. Like, have a shower and then I'll just be wearing a towel and just, I'm still wet, have a coffee, make some beats. Give it a try.
Just let it drip out.
Yeah, air dry. I'm a big fan of air drying.
I've never thought about that. How many songs do we hear on the radio?
Is it about... Him and Robbie were both...
Yeah, oh yeah, wait, when you were a duo, were you doing this?
No. I mean,
Not that there's anything wrong with it. Whatever gets the juices flowing, if you need to be naked with your partner.
Whatever gets the juices flowing.
Swedish House Mafia.
Yeah, right.
You know what
Oh,
the
mate, the
Swedish-
Swedish love...
You know what the Swedes are like, all right? That trio formed in a sauna.
Absolutely.
Dead set. They're all sitting there, and Axwell says to Sebastian Ingrosso, "Oh, you want to make some music together?"
Want to do this, but with music?
Yeah, exactly. Their whole studio is a sauna. It's a Swedish sauna. I've been there.
That wasn't even like a real gig. That was just like, I was dancing with a bunch of friends on a cliff. I can't even remember where it was. Somewhere Sunny Coast, actually. Redcliffe, dude.
Redcliffe doesn't even have cliffs.
I was just saying it was a cliff name. I don't even know where it was. I'm so like on a level right now that I don't have much recollection of places. But I was dancing on a cliff. We were all dancing on the cliff. We moved a couple meters to the left. And then that cliff gave way and was gone. And it was like a 20, 30 meter drop into the ocean plus rocks on the bottom. So we could have all died.
Why were you dancing on the cliff? Was there music playing?
Yeah, there was
Okay.
music like near a caravan nearby. My friend was actually like playing some of the music. So it was a little bit of a gig, but not really an official gig. But yeah, we almost died basically. And yeah, we would have been down the stream, maybe across the Antarctica, and that would have been the end of us. Yeah, we would have been gone. We would have been gone.
What about the helicopter?
Oh, that
That
was
was-
a different one entirely. That was when I was in New Zealand. We went over to where is it? It was like the Fox Glacier, near I can't remember, near Milford Sound, sort of. But yeah, we flew to this this sort of like icy sort of landing, and we landed there, and then we opened the doors, and then the pilot was like, "Oh, there's a bit of a storm coming," so we're like, "Okay, well we'll get the fuck out of here." And so we started flying away, and as soon as we got off the ground, the fucking ground disappeared, and it was like 40, 30 meters down, and I saw a mountain goat on the side, and it was like, "Poppy," like, you know, whatever sound mountain goats make. And it was like, "That mountain's disappearing," in mountain goat voice. And yeah, we were out of there, and we didn't die, but we almost died, but we didn't die.
So
yeah,
you sort of have a thing of the ground disappearing beneath you.
that's the only 2 times that's happened, but
That's
But
two
yeah,
more than
mate,
anyone
yeah,
else
yeah.
I know.
but basically that's what happened. So yeah,
You ever had the earth disappear beneath you? That's a really weird coincidence.
Yeah.
I've
That's
had
happened
2
twice.
groundbreaking situations. How many have you had? 0. Yeah, that's what sort of got me into the music scene, I guess. That's how I know Harry to begin with. All my best friends right now, I've met through him. So even though he gave me like the worst time of my life, I can thank him for the best things in my life.
So how did you meet him though?
So I made a track on Facebook, SoundCloud. It was just like a Nicki Minaj remix, like of Super Bass.
Banger.
You remember that song? And it was like horribly mixed. It was like I didn't know about mixing back then. And then some other guy, some other DJ. I don't know if you know Ricky Javier.
Oh no, Ricky, he was here last night. Yeah, I know Ricky Beer.
Yeah.
I love where this is gonna go already. Shout out Ricky Beer.
Yeah. Well, he found it, and he was like, "Dude, why don't we become a duo?" And it was called Black and White because So we did that, and then he knew Sean, and then brought that in, and yeah, he was like, "Oh yes, you do sick music, so let's make a event."
Is that Sean or Ricky?
That's Sean.
Sean, yeah. So Sean, he was just like quite a charismatic guy.
Yeah.
And
Yes, that's what he
basically looking back at it now, he's this probably in his like early 30s, close to that
Oh,
almost.
he's probably mid-30s by now.
By now, anyway, at the time, and he's basically preying on all these young kids to do these underage events.
Underage events.
And back then, underage events could make you a shit ton of money. I don't know about now.
Was
I
this
don't know
like
about
when
now.
people were doing like house parties?
Yeah,
like
it was a little. It was
Project
right
X shit?
before the
Electro.
period.
The Electro days.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it
how
was.
good
It
was
was the
that?
period before they started doing all those Project X type big
Yes.
parties.
We were trying to emulate that
and-
shit, basically, yeah.
And basically, he got Paul as his right hand man. You were probably the first guy to really work with him on that
No, I
level.
was, yeah.
And this
I
guy would
built
get
it
Paul
with
to do everything for him, drive him around, go and take tickets to people, anything basically.
Everything. It's the hardest I've worked in my life.
And because you're like new to the scene, you're like, I need to do this to like.
Yeah, and he
get
promised
through.
me big shit. Like, he had a lot of money, I knew that. And he was like, I'm gonna get Skrillex by the end of the year. And I was like, fucking sick, dude.
And also, when you're that age, your like compass for people who are trying to who are just really weird is a little bit off. Anyway, basically, he ran some of these events. Some of them were really bad, but some of them were sick.
Yeah.
And that's where I met Paul through that, and Robbie, the other guy who used to be in Odd Mob.
My best
just
friends
playing
now.
yeah, playing these like underage events.
Hey, I didn't know how to DJ when I started working with him. And I learned how to DJ in front of 800 people. I was learning how and fucking up in front of 800 people, but I was learning at that time. The most stressful thing I've ever done, but
That's the thing though, like people in the crowd don't really know if you're fucking up. Like
they're
DJs know
underage.
you're fucking up.
They don't know what's going
They
on.
don't
They're
know
just
shit.
like, we're underage and we're drinking even though we're not supposed to be. We know what's going on.
And they love the Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
16-year-olds love the Nicki Minaj.
oh, I played it.